Hi guys, welcome to another Spinner's Diary. Going to show you guys my progress so far. Okay, I've been spinning on both the spinning wheels. This is some rambouillet and it is quite nappy. So it'll be a textured yarn that I'm spinning here. And it's a moret, a light moret. And so far I'm happy with the softness and the way it's spinning. And this is what I have left. This is about a half an ounce. I don't know if you guys can see that. But this is the Shetland wool. And this is for the spin along with the Knit Girls. And that was from the Sheep's Company Yarn and Fiber off of Etsy. And that's all I have left. And I figure probably another 45 minutes to an hour I'll be done spinning that. The white or cream colored yarn you see right here is some local fiber made that I got from a wool farm share with Hearthside Manor in Virginia Beach, and so that's what this cream is right here. Okay, after I finished spinning here's some more of that. This is some more of that rambouillet. I got it in this bag. I don't know why I got it in that bag, but and yesterday in the mail I got some California Red in, and I'm excited because I've never spun this before. Because I think they're typically a meat sheep, but their fiber can be this creamy white. This creamy white fiber to a reddish brown, a light reddish brown with the cream. And you guys get a good view of my craft room. See my alpaca sitting over there on the bench? He's sitting beside some cream colored punta roving. And see, and then it's the other color. So it's got a reddish creamy brown. And it's very pretty. And I got that. I'll have to find her information for you, and then I'll put it on the description. But I'm very pleased with the fiber. It's gorgeous, gorgeous roving. It's going to also be more of a texture style yarn. I could card it to get it a little bit smoother, but I'm liking the way the yarns are turning out on the electric spinning wheel. So that's what's going on with my spinning today. I just wanted to also give you guys a tip. Okay, I've heard people talking about, well, you have to have a spinning wheel with this attachment or that attachment, or let me see if this is going to show what I'm doing, or this, that, and the other to spin lace in. That's a bunch of lies, because if you think about it, before these modern spinning wheels came around, people had spinning wheels that only had a couple of speeds on them, and they were able to spin lace on those spinning wheels. Spinning lace requires, number one, speed, and number two, your drafting technique. I don't know if I'm hoping you can see this, but if you are spinning at the proper speed that you can spin at, and you are taking your time and you are drafting that yarn properly, anyone can spin lace on any wheel. My wheel has a lot of different ratios, and so I can change the ratios and everything, but I can spin like this on a spindle, and it don't have ratios. It's just me drafting fiber, spinning on a spindle, and spin lace on a spindle, and that's not even a wheel. So don't believe all the hoopla people give you about, oh, you have to have this wheel and this attachment and blah blah blah. No, you have to learn how to spin on your wheel. You have to sit there and take time and spin different fibers on your wheel, spin different types of fibers on your wheel. You have to get to know the fiber you're spinning. You have to learn how that fiber is going to be drafting out, how that fiber slips past your hands. If that's a rough textured fiber, is it catching on your hands, whereas it would be silk or something like that? Is it giving you fits? Some people lace their spinning wheels, and by lacing it, they actually take the fiber and they crisscross it across the hooks and stuff, and it gives them more time to draft that yarn out to spin it, and that's called lacing your flyer. Some people do that so they can spin lace on their wheels. There's just lots of different techniques. Do not get discouraged thinking you're going to have to go spend a bunch of money to get a particular flyer head and things of that nature. You won't. You simply need to just look up on Ravelry, find some tutorials of what other people did with your particular wheel in order to spin lace without the use of some specialized high-speed flyer and blah, blah, blah. One of the reasons I chose this wheel, not only because it was ergonomically designed, and I'm only using my feet and ankles to treadle, I'm not using my knees, which are bad, is also because of the number of ratios this wheel has. I can spin anywhere from a worsted weight, bulky enough to go between these screws, and fine enough to be a very fine lace weight. So that's one of the reasons I chose this wheel, because I wouldn't need a bunch of attachments and I could spin anything I wanted to other than really super bulky art yarn. I am not an art yarn person. That's just me. I see some roving that I would think, oh my God, that roving would be some awesome sock yarn, some awesome lace. And I see it in these coils and stuff, and it just, I don't know, it just freaks me out. So I'm not an art yarn person. I don't mind a textured yarn because I can spin a textured yarn to a sock weight, worsted weight, where I can use it in a project. And it's not specialized, and I feel like I get my money's worth out of that. But I can't see myself spending, $25, $30 on a skein of hand-dyed silk blend and wool, and then turning that into these coils that I will have to have a specific project in mind for. I'm not into knitting or crochet enough to want to ever buy fiber and spin it into what I consider I could have used a cheaper fiber for experimenting. But each to their own. That's just me. Also, if you look back there, you see my bins with the fiber in it. There's more fiber behind the door. Under there, it's almost all white, and it's actually, I got mill ends from the Sheep Shed Studio that was like bits and pieces of roving, and I took all that to Windswept Farms. That's the lady who does all my turns all my roving into turns all my fleeces into roving for me. And so I took a bunch of it out to Jana. I had like several pounds of that fiber, and I took it out there. They ran it through the picker, and then they put into a roving for me, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, the way it turned out. And I also have some that was in grays that I had blended with Icelandic fleece, and it's real pretty, and it's nice and aligned, and I'll get to it as I get to it. I have enough fiber in my room to last me forever. So everything over here in these boxes right here is stuff that I want to get spun up. And then there's a bag up there. That's mill's ends that I got from the alpaca mill. And it has some... The reason it's in these little circles is when it's on the spinning frame, sometimes it'll get caught up around one of the devices over there, and it makes these cute little circles. And so she could take a bunch of this stuff and run it back through the picker, but she saves it for us. But this is a silk and alpaca blend, and it's super, super, super soft. I'll let you guys look in the bag. And see, you can see here where it came off the spinning frame. You can see some of it is spun up. I just take and pull that stuff out. And if it's long enough, I'll use it as a tie wrap for my... And on this one, you should be able to see the silk. There's some of the silk, that light colored wavy stuff. But she saves this, and I'll take and spin it And I mean, it's fiber. It spins like anything else. So, yeah, that's my spinning diary today. I need to go to the post office. I need to mail that purple yarn off. The yarn in that basket down there is like commercial wool that I've either purchased or was given to me as gifts. The yarn in that box is all acrylics that I've been using for hats and the baby blankets for the bereavement blankets. The yarns that are in the dresser over there, they are almost all sock weight yarns, a couple of lace weight yarns, but they're all a lot of it my friend Teresa gave me when she was destashing. Some of it stuff I've purchased from the Knit and Corner in another local yarn shop. There's only and plus the Windswept Farms. Maybe one day I'll, because this won't reach over there, but so maybe one day I'll, like, you know, put this drawer in a box, take this stuff out the drawer and do like a box kind of thing over a couple of episodes, and we can see what's in the drawers. Top, you see my spindles, my hot shot, because as soon as I see any kind of flying insect coming into this room, it's dead. I don't want nothing getting in my fiber. Okay, I don't want no mealybugs. I don't, what do they call them, pill bugs. I don't want no wool moths. None of that stuff is getting in my fiber. If I see you in my room, you're dead. It's that simple. On top, I have my empty combs and my hand carders, and there's an old ball winder up there, and then all books and downstairs there's 3 more bookcases full of books. Each of the kids have their own bookcases in their rooms full of books. We love to read. So I love books. Most of my stuff is on web design, and this bookcase is on web design and writing and stuff, and a couple of gardening books. And over there it's like craft books, and then that's in yarn for a project that someone's supposed to be paying me for, but I ain't got no money yet, so I ain't got started on it. But that's that. That's what I'm doing today. And like I said, do not let people discourage you. Do not let people badmouth your spinning equipment, because each to their own. Everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone may not be able to afford the higher end spinning wheels. I'm lucky that I got my spinning wheel from Spinolution when they were several $100s cheaper than they are now. And yeah. Remember I was telling you guys I was having trouble with this? Well, see, I got my magnets in. They're very high-powered magnets. They look just like washers. I got those in from I think it's K&J or K&G magnets of the internet. But these magnets are so strong that it took me forever just to get them from attached to each other. And I just took and put them in there with some wood glue. And so now, look, check this out. Listen. I have to put it in the right way. As soon as it gets near each other, them suckers click together, and it is a nice, tight, magnetic seal. And so now I can ply. I can do anything I want to do on my bee. So let me stop talking and get back to spinning. I just want to share this with you guys. You never know, it might help someone one day. And hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. After I finish spinning this, then I'm gonna spin this red stuff, and this is mill ends too. It's a heather color. And I'm going to spin this stuff up. Or I might spin that silk. I don't like spinning silk because I get bored spinning silk because it's such a long fiber. You can have an ounce of silk and you can get 3 or 4 times as much yardage out of an ounce of silk as you would from some wool. Seriously. And so it seems like it takes you forever to spin. Like this right here. This silk. This is the business card. I've known her for a long time. We have never met face to face, but we used to watch Farscape on the Sci-Fi channel back when it was spelled sci-fi and not SYFY. But we used to meet on the IRC servers over there and everything. And so And then we were on Etsy together, and I didn't even know this was her shop. I saw this braid of roving, and I was like, I have to have that roving. And I don't know, can you guys see the purples? It's like purples and reds and stuff. This is 2 ounces. This is 2 ounces. Remember the bag that this was in? It was a 4-ounce bag. I'm telling you, it would take me twice as long, if not longer, to spin this 2 ounces of silk than it did to spin that Shetland. This is the other fiber I got from her that I really like, the colors. Okay. And this is 4 ounces of blue face Leicester wool, and she calls it winter melt. And let's see, can you guys see these colors? But I like that a lot, and I was like, I don't know, I just the way the browns and the blues blend into each other. So I think I'm going to tear this down into strips and spin it that way. But I really like the colors, and this blue face Leicester has some luster to it as well. So it's in my box of things that need to be spun. And so I need to put that stuff back. This purple, yellow, and purple, gold, and white blend is from Windswept Farm alpacas. I tried spinning it on the electric wheel, but it's so soft. I was having difficulty, so I'm going to end up spinning it on my spinning wheel. And this is a merino blend. It is super, super, super soft. Now, her merino fiber is a very high micron count. She purchases it from the same company that prepares all the wool that go into the military uniforms. So that's what she purchased it from. I dropped it on the floor, so there's a little bit of trash in here. I was messing around. And so it's like a 22 plus micron count, I believe, for this merino, and so it's super, super, super soft. Super soft. So when she gives me mill ends, I don't say no. You never know what project you could use it in. But I'm really liking this California red, especially this right here. This looks a lot like, as far as the color way, in its natural colors, it looks a lot like my clerical fleece that I got last year from the Monticello Fiber Festival. And I can't wait for that again this year, so I can get another fleece. I'm hoping to get the same fleece that I got last year. From him. I kept the name of the sheep and everything it came from. So, well, this is running long. Alright, guys, I'm going to go. And I'm going to get back to spinning, and you guys can go back about your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. So, take care. And that's my rat terrier, Abby, barking.